Remember these images? Border Patrol agents on horseback apprehending migrants illegally crossing the Del Rio sector of the border. They went viral in 2021. President Biden, his administration, and top Democrats accused the agents of whipping migrants and called it systemic racism by Border Patrol.
The El Paso Times reported that a mounted Border Patrol agent was seen wielding a whip during an encounter with Haitian migrants. At least one Border Patrol agent using a whip and was effectively trying to lasso some of the migrants. A whip and was effectively trying to lasso some of the migrants. You see that picture there. Oh.
Here you have a Border Patrol agent. They're sort of threatening migrants when they're on horseback. People were saying, oh, they're whipping the Haitian migrants. Now, a bunch of pedantic losers are like, that's not a whip. Okay, it's a horse rein, but they're using it as a whip.
An investigation by Customs and Border Protection, no migrants were harmed, and agents did not use whips nor the reins of their horses as weapons.
Okay, it's a horse rein, but they're using it as a whip. So don't think you're, well, actually people into a corner here because you just look like a jackass if you're, well, literally and factually. And then what the thing is, if they're using it to whip, then it doesn't really matter if you call it a whip or horse reins or whatever, right?
The same tactics that are used there. First of all, it was not a whip.
Right.
They never touched the Haitian population.
Right.
With the reins of the horse. That is a way to control the horse and how you progress the horse forward. Also, that is a crowd control tactic.
Listen, simple answer on that front. Fire whoever that agent is and whoever the agents are who are like threatening the migrants with their horses.
It turned out the narrative of agents on horseback whipping migrants was false. Border agents had reins that were used to control their horses, mistook as whips by the media.
Using the horse to stop people.
Correct. So do not train the Border Patrol agents to do that. And when they do it, then you want to put them on leave. I don't think that's fair.
They are.
And also,
they are desk duty now.
This was done to the Mexican population as well. Anybody that's come across the border, that same tactic has been used. No.
Oh, dude, fuck, man. They're reins. He's whipping them with reins, not an actual whip. Never mind, I guess. And you got racist-ass fucking cowpokes over here whipping them with their fucking reins, dude. Get the fuck out of here, you psycho. You can never, ever defend a single part of this, dude. This is just white supremacy working.
All right, well, border agents who were accused of whipping migrants will not face criminal charges. But after investigation, they weren't brandishing whips or deploying them against people. Those are reins used for controlling horses. But guess what? Now that no criminal wrongdoing has been found, we're not seeing a whole lot of corrections from the administration or, frankly, the media.
Explain to me how you would feel if the Trump administration had these exact same images. Like, how fucking angry would you be? How angry would you be if the Trump admin was whipping black migrants that are seeking shelter, that are seeking help? Fucking every show would be like, this is Nazism, this is racism. People would be going over to the fucking border and crying.
How would you be reacting right now had this happened under the Trump administration? This would be wall-to-wall coverage on every major outlet, on every progressive media outlet. Everybody would be talking about Trump's people down there whipping these migrants, but it's happening under Biden.
These people need to be fired. They need to be fired. I am heartbroken. I am offended because those images take us back to slavery. And to me, those people on those horses, I felt like I was looking at Derek Chauvin on a horse, not on the neck of a man, but on a horse, chasing after his property.
That, what they were doing down there, is 100% illegal. They do not have the authority. There is no law protecting them, allowing them to go down there and physically assault these individuals or terrorize them with 2,000-pound animals.
Inspector General for the Department of Homeland Security has declined to investigate the incident in Del Rio that involved Border Patrol agents on horseback.
Fake news about the Border Patrol. It's basically AOC's concentration camps, children in cages all over again, which, as you remember, turned out to be absolute fake news. Well, the fake news of the day is about Border Patrol on horses. Whipping migrants is the allegation, peddled by all kinds of very high-profile people.
Who explained that the agents were using split reins to control the horse after a migrant grabbed the bit in the horse's mouth, which could have been very dangerous for the agent.
Well, it looks to me like they're misreading the situation. Horses were used to help secure the border. They've been doing that for a long time, but a lot of folks are saying that something may be happening here that's awful, that is reminiscent of our racist past. I don't see it. And I have talked to the Border Patrol already. They don't see it.
The border troops are carrying whips. They're beating up migrants and pushing them back into the river.
You heard me right.
Border Horse Patrol agents corralling human beings like animals
have been filmed chasing, grabbing, and whipping Haitian asylum seekers.
I'm pissed.
Where did they get whips from?
I'm unhappy, and I'm not just unhappy with the cowboys who were running down Haitians and using their reins to whip them.
This speaks to the kind of racism, systematic racism.
What we witnessed takes us back hundreds of years. What we witnessed was worse than what we witnessed in slavery. Cowboys, with their reins again, whipping black people, Haitians, into the water where they're scrambling and falling down.
To me, it does smack of a bygone era of slavery.
Actually, it looks like, in a way, textbook fake news that's gone mega viral.
We saw this all through the Russia collusion case, the impeachment case, the Lafayette Park. Anytime the Democrats want to change the narrative, they and their allies in the media come up with a story, and the facts don't have to add up to the story.
It's 2021. The black people are still getting whipped, just like back then during the slavery time.
This is disgusting. The ICE and people at the border are treating Haitian asylum seekers like animals, like subhuman individuals. They are whipping them and denying them access to, shelter, like relegating them to live under bridges, using the reins to like literally attack them.
There's not one photograph or video of anybody actually being whipped.
There is no evidence that this was an act of slavery, as Chris Cuomo said. All of this is the mainstream media and bureaucrats who are aligned with the Democratic Party trying to change the narrative because they don't want us talking about the 12,000 people in that crush of humanity under that bridge in the Del Rio sector.
I find this, in the long list of embarrassing things for the administration, this to me goes to the top because it incorporates all the things that are wrong. They've never been outside of the Eastern Seaboard, so they don't know what it's like to actually ride a horse in the U.S.
And I want to know, in the first place, who's paying these cowboys to do this work? They've got to be gotten rid of.
Should we be looking at the budget of Department of Homeland Security? Because I was not aware that whips, people had that kind of equipment on them that they could use on humans.
You ran the Border Patrol. Have they ever in history been issued whips to round up immigrants?
No, let me make it clear. And everything that you saw in the theater that you saw on CNN, Cuomo, absolutely ludicrous. It's insane, and it's a lie. There's no whips.
It's all a media hoax to begin with, remember?
It's all theater. It's all theater. Joe Biden is about theater. He's about making things up. He's about the last 2 blocks are about the lies. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
This is unacceptable. This is a violation of human rights, and it's a violation of United States law.
To see people treated like they did, horses barely running them over, people being strapped,
It's outrageous. I promise you those people will pay.
We saw President Biden there make a whipping motion with his hand. A little less than 3 years ago, border agents were falsely accused of whipping Haitian migrants at the southern border. Now, one of those agents has been lauded with a Border Patrol Achievement Award by the DHS.
These agents were trying to control a crowd of thousands of illegal migrants rushing the border while also keeping their horses under control in the chaos. No one was whipped, the horse reins are just very long, and so the pictures can look misleading for those who don't mind lying and cheating to maintain power. According to this report, one of those 5 agents on horseback received a Border Patrol Achievement Award yesterday morning for his intelligence work on human smuggling cases. I hope Mayorkas, Biden, and all the rest of them feel really bad about themselves now. Not only did they smear innocent men as being racist monsters, but these are the very men who are actively cleaning up the mess caused by their open border policies.
Look, I'm even willing to extend a little grace to the president because he jumped to conclusions. People do that. It happens. But an honorable man would take his public platform and say, you know, I apologize. I jumped to conclusions. I was wrong. And I apologize to this agent and to the American people. That we have not heard, and there's a reason for that. The president is not an honorable man, certainly not in this respect.
You got to remember, this was the only story about the border that the media and the Democrats covered. Not the coyotes, not the children in cages, because it wasn't under Trump, not the sexual assaults, not the drug trafficking. They only cared about the border when they found a suitable villain. And the suitable villain was law enforcement. The people, Geraldo, that you say you love so much, and then you stab them in the back. Calling them macho cowboys.
I stab them in the back. I stab Trump in the back. Who else do I stab in the back?
Just about everybody.
First of all, I stab in the front. I don't stab.
No, you always praise somebody and then you say how respectfully.
How would you like? You know, what if?
I'm just calling you on your stuff.
What if that little Haitian kid was your kid?
Did he steal something? And was he a kid? I think he was an adult. And didn't he steal
something?
Yes.
What steal?
One of the reasons that they were trying to push them back and they were trying to get that guy had just stolen the bag of a woman who had.
Says
That's the investigation.
And also the person you just deeply respected. The person you deeply respected, Geraldo, said that.
All right.
If
the Clintons had poured money into Haiti and had gotten to Haiti, they wouldn't have had to come here.
I was there.
You were everywhere, Geraldo.